صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم.
الصلاة والسلام عليك يا رسول الله وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا حبيب الله. الصلاة والسلام عليك يا نبي الله وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا نور الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. And welcome back to another episode. Alhamdulillah, I believe it's episode 8 today. And we've got a special program today. Just before we call on the special guest, if everybody could share this link on their social media, on WhatsApp, Facebook, Snapchat, with good intentions, inshallah. And today is, we don't actually have a Naat Khwan. We have Naat Khwans, mashallah. Not one Naat Khwan, we have many. And we have none other than our brothers from 1Vision, brother Razaq Hussain and brother Kashif Khan and brother Jawad as well. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
How are you, brothers? How are you doing?
Good, I'm good. How's your Ramadan going?
Alhamdulillah, it's going well. This show started off at the beginning of Ramadan and it keeps me busy. How about you guys? How's Ramadan treating you in the lockdown? Do you feel any different?
Well, I'll let Brother Razak explain.
Razaq sahab.
Asma sahab, assalamu alaikum. I hope you're well, inshallah. Alhamdulillah, it's going well. As you know, you must have seen on our social media pages, it's been a busy lockdown, I'll say that. It's been very busy, helping those that are struggling during these difficult times, inshallah. With the Attari meals, with the food parcels. It's been difficult times, but we've got to do what we can, inshallah, and get out there, to be honest.
MashaAllah, mashallah. Keep up the good work. We're going to go more and more into detail with what you do or what you've been doing as well, and what sort of projects you've done in the past and what you've got lined up for the future as well, inshallah. Just before we get into everything, I'll just do a short tilawat of the Holy Quran, inshallah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. صدق الله العظيم. Brother Razaq Saab will tell you more about Brother Razaq, and then we'll tell you about Brother Kashif Khan. MashaAllah, Brother Razaq Khan is the founder and the director of 1Vision charity, MashaAllah. And Brother Kashif Khan is his fellow brother, who's also a volunteer for 1Vision charity as well. Just a few questions for Brother Razaq. Razaq, what made you start charity?
What made me start?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I started back, to be honest with you. It's been going back, I think it's when the Pakistan earthquake happened in the floods, yeah. Back in 2005, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a long time. I was involved with a lot of other charities, Islamic Relief, Ummah Welfare, to mention a few. Then going into it, did a bit of work, alhamdulillah, did what we could, and just trying to help those that are struggling. And it does play a big part and a big role. When I went to Pakistan in 2005, I think it was, that played a big part in this whole journey. That was massive. And from there, just went on, to be honest.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. And so when did you start? Around 2005, yeah?
I think the first project we did was in 2005. Yeah, the first major project anyway, 2005. Yeah.
Which organization was he working with at that?
Under that time, there was no organization. There was no organization, no banner. It was just we raised the funds, volunteers from Keighley, Bradford, and we just joined up with certain charities. I think that time we joined up with Welfare, if I'm not mistaken. But I actually went out to Pakistan myself that time as well.
What sort of projects did you do in Pakistan at that time? Was it like, obviously, I think that time a lot of people were going and sending like tents and clothes and like that, food.
There was, well, at that time, there was a lot of charities working on the ground with the obviously shelter, food, etc. When we went out, we went to an area called Passin. I've got a documentary on it as well. I think it's on YouTube. We distributed just under £28,000 worth of cash donations. We actually cash donation to each family. So I think it was about 10,000 or so rupees to each family, so they can buy the essentials. Because what we found out when we were out there was that everyone had their facility, the food items, but they never had the items to cook on with the basic items. So we just give them the cash and then they can buy whatever they needed at that time. That was my first project. It was very difficult to get into, and with a lot of media attention as well. I went massive to get into, and it was something different. So it was a lot of learning curves, I'll have to say as well. I would say a few mistakes were made along the way in terms of distribution, but you learn from the mistakes. So
you learn from your mistakes, yeah, true. Yeah, so is that what made you, inspired you and wanted you, is that what you wanted to go into charity for?
I guess when you help someone and then the first thing you do, and obviously it just builds itself, alhamdulillah. I don't know, I can't really put it to words. I want to say that was my inspiration. Obviously, helping someone is something that our deen teaches us as well, so it's something that we have to do anyway. So.
MashaAllah. Which organizations have you worked with in the past? Obviously, 1Vision just started not long ago.
1Vision,
like before that.
Yeah, 1Vision is recent. Before that, Welfare, I've done a lot of work with Welfare, Al-Imdad Foundation, Islamic Relief. To be honest with you, a lot of projects we did were projects that we kind of raised the funds and then we passed it on to another charity like Welfare. I think we did a project in Somalia, in Gaza as well, actually. We did a big water tank project in Gaza, which was very good. Welfare, alhamdulillah, they helped me along the way, throughout this whole journey. Even with 1Vision being set up now, they've helped me a lot, to be honest with you, massively in terms of organization and everything. So they're a massive part in this whole journey, to be honest.
Also, I believe you worked with Court in the past as well.
Actually, thanks very much. I think there's probably a lot more I'm forgetting. The Court, alhamdulillah, yeah. Court was a project, I think, going back maybe 4 or 5 years, if I'm not mistaken, maybe longer. You probably know better. But yeah, Court was a project I did on Radio Ramadan. Yeah, I read a Naat, sponsored Naat. I think we raised about 15,000.
I was going to mention this a bit later on. I was going to mention this, but a bit later on, I was going to obviously say to you if you could recite one share as well. Obviously, you did it back then as well. Obviously, everybody knows that you promote Naatwans, like even myself as well. You should give me a lot of support as well. Obviously, nobody knows behind the scenes you're a Naatwan as well.
No, I think behind the scenes, everyone's a Naatwan. Raising the best everyone should be doing. So everyone's a Naatwan. Maybe some got a better voice than others. They're blessed with a better voice. But alhamdulillah, everyone's a Naatwan. But I don't think I'm ready to come on and do live and tell you that much. But I won't put you on the spot. Yeah, in terms of promoting the Naatwan, I wouldn't call myself a promoter. I don't put myself out as a Naatwan promoter. But alhamdulillah, wherever I can support someone, whatever field they're in, whatever I think is needed, I will try my best to help them. No doubts.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. So obviously you worked with like you said, you worked with the Welfare, you worked with Court as well, Islamic Relief, all these charities. And then where did 1Vision come from? Just tell us about the name as well. Where did the name come from?
Well, actually, 1Vision, was obviously because we were doing a lot of projects with different charities. Obviously, the lot of volunteers were coming about, so we were doing a lot of projects in that time. So the lads said, look, we need to do something of our own, something that we need to put a name to and a brand. So the name, it took a while to get the name. Eventually we got there. I think it was in a shisha lounge. I was sitting there, just relaxing, and just hit me. I was sitting with the designer actually, and he just hit him and he said, "Look, you should name it brand name 1Vision. And that designer actually is the designer I want to mention actually is Brian, is a Gora. Mashallah, he's helped us massively. Never charged a single penny for any designing work, our work. And for the last 7 or 8 years since I've been involved with this work, he's never charged me a single penny. Alhamdulillah, which is amazing from him as well. And it was his idea actually, the name 1Vision. He came up with it, and then from there, just went from there to where we are now.
MashaAllah, I mean the name itself, 1Vision, it's a name that attracts people as well, I say, and obviously people like to go and see what 1Vision.
I think by making a brand and everything, the name can be whatever it is. It's the work, the actual work. You have to show the work. Alhamdulillah, when we went out to Rohingya, I think that's where our main attraction come from. People heard about 1Vision is through our work that we did in Bangladesh and Rohingya. So yeah, it's about actually showing the work, and then your name will get recognized, no doubt.
Yeah, I'd like to tell the audience as well, we've got another special guest as well on the show. He's also hosting with me today as well. He's a brother who's normally behind the scenes, but I've managed to get him forward as well. Just like I had to get brother Kashif forward as well. He's being a bit shy. I don't know why, but everybody knows brother Kashif. He's also known as Sheikh Al-Brad Pauli, mashallah. I've got my brother from Manchester, brother Ehsan Kushter, is also going to join in now, and he's going to ask you a few questions as well, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum, Ehsan. Assalam.
Can you, I'll be like, yeah, oh, mashallah. Assalamu alaikum, Ehsan. How you doing? You good? You put me all the questions on the spot, yeah? And then I think that our first deployment, if I'm not mistaken, I don't want to make any mistake, I think 2017. If I'm not mistaken, it's 2017, yeah, October. Was our first deployment that we went out to Bangladesh, to India. Yeah, twice. We've been twice, yeah?
January 2018 and then May 2018 again.
So yeah, so we've alhamdulillah, so we've been out there for 3 times now. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, as you know, well, as many people will know as well, with that alhamdulillah, the big method we did in Bradford in 1Vision Masjid, which was a massive success as well, which Ehsan was a massive part of. Alhamdulillah, we were meant to be going out this beginning of this Ramadan, but unfortunately, due to the coronavirus issues, we weren't able to fly out. So inshallah, we're looking to, that project's postponed for time being. We're going to be looking to fly out maybe in big Eid, Qurbani time. That's our target and our aim is going to be for that.
We've got somebody saying that no one can hear Ehsan's voice at the moment. Can hear everybody else, but not Ehsan's.
Okay, well, see, should be able to.
I don't know. I've got a comment saying that they can't hear you, but can hear everyone else. No sound from the Ehsan. We can't hear Ehsan. Ehsan, once you sort that out, I'll ask a few questions until you sort that out. Razaq, brother, what did you want to achieve having your own charity? What's your goal and what's the ambitions?
Look, the goal, the goals, ambition, alhamdulillah, for myself, I'm saying my personal opinion, alhamdulillah, obviously now I'm in a position where I've got 15, probably 20, 30 other lads part of the whole team, and all sharing the same vision as well, which is to help those in need. Alhamdulillah, when you go out there, when you go into the grounds of like Pakistan, Bangladesh, you're on the field, it's a total different ballgame than when you're raising money here. It's easy. Raising money is the easy bit. I'm going to tell you, I've never found it difficult to raise any sort of funds for any project. But actually delivering that project and making sure that the money is being spent right and spent on those that actually need it, that's the task. So obviously I'm in a position right now, I find it's a massive responsibility, because we need to make sure, look, every penny that we get in is spent on those that need it most, and is spent in the right way. So many people that know me on a personal level will know when it comes to normal day-to-day life thing, I don't think twice about spending or anything like that. I don't think twice. But when it comes to charity, you probably know as well. So but when it comes to charity, and anything we're buying for charity, I like to make sure I'm, thinking twice, make sure we make the most of the penny that we get. Because that's where I think we can make a little difference. But I don't know, Allah knows best. But my goals, ambitions are, we're going to try and help as many people as we can. Whatever little project, people know as well, even here in the UK, We try to help out even the non-Muslims, the homeless people. So wherever we can make a little difference and help someone out, inshallah, we will try and be there.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. May Allah give you barakah in the work that you're carrying out, inshallah. And also, when was the 1Vision charity founded?
So 1Vision charity was founded back, I think, just before 2016, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken. But obviously, as we're in process of becoming a registered charity. We're not registered at the moment. Hence why going through channels. I actually prefer, if I'm honest with you live here, I'll also mention, I actually prefer working with other charities. I'm going to be honest. It's very easy to get registered. It's very easy to put a team together. But then obviously actually implementing that and making sure that everything's spent right is difficult. So why not do it with a team that's already on the ground? But look, Bangladesh, we did a project with Alam Dal Foundation. Amazing work they do. They've got the setup there. So alhamdulillah, I was very happy to work with them. Other charities, other organizations, wherever another charity is working, where they've got a better internet. If I was to do a project in Kashmir, I'll give you an example. I would go with Hope. I would, get onto the phone to Chaudhry Akhtar or Nasib. I'll say to them, look, let's do a project and let's do it. Because they know what they're doing in Kashmir. There's no point. Everyone thinks differently. Our aim is not for the name or for anything like that. Alhamdulillah, 1Vision, the name will get out itself. I've said this before. As long as we showcase the work, show people what we're doing, and what our target is, the name will grow itself. So alhamdulillah.
That's true.
Yeah, I think we're happy to work with the charity. So I'm going to put out that we're not registered charity as of yet, but we're in the process of becoming registered. But alhamdulillah, at the moment, I've got Al-Hikam Institute, the Imam Asim, Imam Adil, mashallah, massive part as well. We did an amazing project in Palestine as well. And this project, the COVID-19 projects here in the UK, are alongside them lot. So all our projects that we have done since day one have been alongside a registered charity. So everything's accounted for, everything's going through the books, and it's all going through the right channels. So it's transparent.
MashaAllah, that's good, that's good. What's holding you back from the charity being registered? Is there like any issues, or is it just because you want to do this?
I wouldn't say it's any issues. Right? There's no issues as in so. It's like, how do I explain this? I actually don't feel that we've got a full-on, are we ready for that next, take it to the next level? But once we built a proper team, of foundations are right, then we'll think, yeah, we're ready for this, we're ready for the next move. No problem, we'll go on, we'll do it. But at the moment, alhamdulillah, we've got the facilities, we've got the reach to go out and work alongside other charities. Our main focus, I'll be honest with you, is to make sure that the work is done. That is our main target. Not to brand 1Vision, not to put 1Vision, nothing like that. Our aim is simply to help those that are struggling. Simple and plain. And inshallah, I know one day, whether that be with me here or not, 1Vision will grow massively. It'll be,
inshallah.
It deserves to be on. But when you ask the question, this is my personal opinion. Obviously, other members of the team might have a different opinion on this. My opinion right now, I don't feel we're ready to move on to the next step and take it to the next step, because yourself, when you're a registered charity, comes with that a lot of more responsibilities. We'll have to take on more people. It's a lot of work, and already we find it that we take on so much work as it is, alhamdulillah, but we're getting the job done alongside other charities. But we are going to become registered, inshallah, all in good time, and we request everyone for this, and inshallah, it will happen.
Inshallah. That was a good answer you gave me. That I appreciate the honesty that you gave.
Look, Usman, this is not pre-planned. You're throwing the questions at me here. I'm just going to go with what I'm thinking. If I make a mistake, but I'm just going to say how I see it. I'm going to be honest with you. And I think the majority of you guys know me well.
The answer you gave was very good as well, because to be honest with you, nowadays there are a lot of individuals, even just one person, to start a charity off. Just on his own, and and they'll register and everything. Why? They have the intention of something else. They'll have the intention of obviously trying to clean money out, haram money. Astaghfirullah. We've had that. We've had also, you have good and you have bad with everything. But I appreciate the honesty you gave there, where you said that you're not ready for it. Inshallah, you've got a good team behind you.
Alhamdulillah, no doubt.
Inshallah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make the team grow and make you more and more successful, inshallah, where you have your own registered charity and you do bigger projects, inshallah. And we've got Brother Kashif with us. I know Brother Kashif thinking that he just sat there, just just to show his pretty face. We'll ask you a few questions. Kashif, thank you for joining us as well. Brother Kashif, when did you join 1Vision as well? Tell us a bit about your journey with 1Vision charity.
Razaq forced me to join it.
How long is for good work?
I'm going to put in because you mentioned it. Look, when you do something good, you should always bring your brothers with you along the journey. So I brought you on the journey now that you explain the journey.
Yeah, no. When did I join?
I'm not good with
I'd say after the first deployment.
Oh yeah.
Because I was in Pakistan when these went on the first deployment. So end of 2017.
Yeah.
But yeah, rather charity work, so I just felt like I'd like to join him in his journey.
And then on
can you tell us a bit about
on your first deployment? You went to Bangladesh as well. So what kind of experience was that? Tell us a little bit about it.
I actually went on the third deployment, which was May 2018. It was during the month of Ramadan, actually. Yeah, we spent about a week there. That was the first time ever I've been out to do any charity work in a different country. So it was a big experience for me. Seeing, when you walk into a refugee camp, it hits you. It's not like what we're used to. We're living comfortably here. We've got nice houses and stuff. These guys are living in little rooms. There's 10 people staying in one room, which is the kitchen, living room, bedroom, all in one room. So you see the struggles they're going through, but they're patient as well. So you learn a lot from doing charity work.
Yeah, mashallah. I've obviously been to other countries as well, and I think by doing it yourself, you obviously able to experience it. And I think if you get a better feeling about it, that you actually see where the money's going to and who's getting it and who's benefiting from it, than if you just give it to somebody and get out and not see what's happening with the money that you've given.
Yeah, no, I agree with you there. But even personally, it's a good experience for yourself. You see life differently then.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, definitely. And were you due to go with the team this time as well?
Yeah, but due to coronavirus, obviously we have not been able to go. But the plan is still there to go.
Inshallah, yeah, inshallah. And obviously, Brother Razaq, we raised money in the event last year. Can you tell us a little bit about how that came about and what was your thinking behind it? Because it was your idea at the end of the day.
Going back to the Mehfil, yeah, I wouldn't say it was all my idea. I'm sure it was my idea.
Thinking at the beginning.
Maybe then, I don't know. But this is the ironic thing about charity work. Whenever I set out to do something, things just fall into place themselves. Alhamdulillah. And you're talking about the Mehfil Hanafiya Masjid. That wasn't just one which Alhamdulillah SN played a massive part, in the whole journey. Alhamdulillah, AMA, massive part they played. So that I can't remember. I think we just sat together and we came to a discussion that we're going to do a Mehfil. Obviously, you use the blessed month as well. It was, I think, the last month as well. We did, and we try and raise some money as well. What we can. Well, our idea was to give a bit of feedback, give a bit of knowledge and ideas into what the people of Rohingya are going through. Because at that time, I still feel that the Rohingya people are becoming the forgotten people. Because when this was in the media, when the whole Burma thing kicked off, when we went out back in 2017, I tell you, it was very easy to raise the funds because it was in people's minds. It was in people that they're seeing it on the news and everything. The media plays a big part. But slowly, as the distribution and as the years went by, the third distribution, it became harder to raise money for this kind of project. And even right now, it's very difficult to raise for a project like this because of the fact that it's not in the media, it's not in people's minds, and people think, the Rohingya people are okay. No, it's not like that. If not, they're worse off now. Because when we first went out there was loads of charities. Alhamdulillah, there's a lot of charities out there doing a little bit wherever they can. But right now, I feel there's not many charities working on the grounds. There's still over 1 million on the grounds of Bangladesh and Burma that need your support and need your help. Whether that be with 1Vision or whether that be with anyone else. One thing I'll make clear to you guys is, in charity field, look, don't give to an organization if your heart's not feeling right. You should give it. Don't give it because of someone or for the namesake or for the show off. Don't do it. There's no point. only do it if your heart feels, you know what, this is the people I want to give to. These are the, you know, my money will get spent well. There's thousands of charities out there doing the same work that we're trying to do. Alhamdulillah. But give it to the charity that you feel will, you know, actually get a job done. So Alhamdulillah, in terms of the Mehfil in Hanafiya, I think Imam Asim's idea, I think it was his idea, he put it forward and it came together. Alhamdulillah, I can't really remember what it was. But Alhamdulillah, it was amazing. Imam Adil did an amazing speech and appeal to the people that we ended up raising, I think if I'm not mistaken, Asad probably got the figures better than I have, around 15,000, I think.
Yeah, it was around £15,000. Yeah.
If I'm wrong, yeah. It's around 15,000. So look, everyone plays a massive part in this. This is what 1Vision is about. This is why I look. Another thing, when Usman asked me earlier about getting registered and this, you know what? I don't offend anyone, but I don't want to be in a position where all our volunteers are just focusing on 1Vision and they think 1Vision is everything and other charities have stopped doing work for charity. Look, when you're doing charity work, you need to be helping any other charities out there as well. Don't just think, yeah, because we're associated with 1Vision or with CORE or with Islamic Relief, we can't go out and help someone else. We can't promote their stuff or we can't share their posters, etc. I'm not one that likes that, to be honest with you. You know, Alhamdulillah, all the volunteers are 1Vision. I've made it clear to them, every single one of them, look, you might be helping 1Vision, you're doing our thing here together, but when any other charity approaches you, anyone asks you for help, you need to go out and help them. Whether that be by sharing a poster or actually helping, physically helping them, financially, wherever, you need to do that. Don't just associate yourself with one charity and align yourself with that one charity. Because I personally, that's my personal opinion, I don't think that's the right thing to do, to be honest.
No, good you mentioned that, Brother Razaq, because to be honest with you, I've had that problem in the past where, like, if I was with a certain charity, and then if another charity will approach me just for, like, you know, for me to recite in the sheet that they ran, you know, in the past, you know, people, the charity that you're with, they have a problem with it, which obviously they shouldn't. Which you said was good. Obviously, that they shouldn't, because of the charity, whether you're with somebody, you know, you help other charities as well. But they've all got the same mission as well, you know, is to help the poor and the needy.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, 100%. I agree. But that's my personal opinion. Obviously, everyone shares their own opinions. Everyone's got their own way of thinking, right? But my opinion on this whole thing is, look, don't align yourself with one certain charity. I don't know, there's so many projects. Look, if I was to say, are 1Vision capable of helping everyone around the world? No, we're not. Is any one charity able to help everyone around the world? They're not. So why align yourself with just one charity? Alhamdulillah, look, whoever's doing good work, go support them. You know, support isn't just done by financially supporting them. You can support someone by sharing a poster. I think that makes a big difference. By you sharing a poster, if you can't contribute financially, someone else can. So I actually feel that never align yourself with just one charity. I don't think it's the right thing to do. I would never urge or recommend any of my 1Vision volunteers to do that. If anything, I say, look, support everyone that's doing good work. We need to help each other out. That's the way forward. That's the only way to get things done. We're not here for branding. We're not here for the name. We're not here for the fame. I'm going to be honest with you. It's just about actually helping those that are struggling. That's the bottom line of it.
Oh, well said, Brother Razaq. That was well said. I'm just going to ask you a bit more about the work that you've carried out so far. So, how many deployments have you carried out so far?
In Rohingya.
All together for 1Vision.
Oh, 1Vision, alhamdulillah. Rohingya, Palestine, few times.
You did Palestine twice last year.
Yeah.
And I think before that you went as well.
Yeah. I think we did well. We've done projects in Rohingya. Many people know, everyone knows about that. Three times I've been out there personally. Then to Palestine as well. Each time we take a group, myself, Imam Adil, Imam Asim, whenever we've taken a group out to Palestine, we always make sure we do a project with it as well. At the same time, we don't just take a group out. We also, those that have been on a tour with Al-Hikam tours and intercity travel will know that we always try to end a tour with a bit of charity work. So I always make the group feel that they're part of this journey as well and part of the charity as well. So whoever's been on our group knows what I'm talking about here and the work we've carried out, whether that be helping those that are in the hospitals or whether those people that are the kids in the orphan homes. Alhamdulillah, every single time we've been out to Palestine, we've done a project, be it small or be it large, but we've tried to do that. It's actually difficult to do a project there, but we have done a little bit. Alhamdulillah. So I think overall, under 1Vision's banner, I would say about seven deployments or so, if I'm not mistaken.
MashaAllah, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. So obviously, what made you specifically go to these countries?
Well, so Rohingya was the first. Rohingya was in the media at that time. Many of you in 2017 will remember the fact that everyone was sending text messages. Look, this is the problem with those guys as well. Whatever we see in the media is current. It's in everyone's minds. People start sending text messages, WhatsApps flying about, help Burma. You know, it was everyone's mind. To be honest with you, I didn't even know what Burma was before this. If I'm honest, I didn't even know where Burma was on the map. If I'm honest with you, but when obviously I seen what's going on in Burma, then obviously the media was playing a big part. We've seen, look, the Rohingya Muslims are jumping over across to Bangladesh. So we thought, look, let's try and the initial idea was to raise the funds and then actually put them to Al Imdad Foundation and work with the charity. So Al Imdad Foundation, I want to actually, we had a phone call conversation with them, and they said, look, it'll be better if you actually come out on the ground as well. And you know, Bangladesh is not difficult to get to. It's not, we can put it on together, and you might as well come on the ground. So I think at that time, myself, it was Buddha Nasib, Asif, Aroj, Aroj Ali, also massive part. I think there's 4 of us that flew out on that first distribution. We sat down. I think there's a lot of people behind the scenes who are not always in front of the camera. There's obviously Kashif, there's Brother Jawad, exclusive sounds. Special mention to him as well. He's also behind the scenes now as well.
Media team.
Who don't really like to come forward. There's many others like Sufyan, mashallah, Sufyan, Mohsin, Awais. I shouldn't have started these names because if I miss someone out, I don't want to miss anyone out. But there's so many, alhamdulillah. Dilo, I believe. Joe's trying to get into bed the names. But look, alhamdulillah, even if I missed you guys out, look, everyone's a massive part of 1Vision. Alhamdulillah, you know who you are, you know the work you've done. Mashallah, there's been so many. Brother Shamas Khan, actually, I cannot forget Shamas as well. There's been Hamza as well, Hassan as well from Luton, the brothers from Luton as well. Mashallah, they've helped us out a lot as well. So it's mentioned to them guys as well. They've also been a part of 1Vision. So I forgot where I was now. Joe's trying to get putting names in my head saying, look, I'm making it clear, look, alhamdulillah, everyone's part of 1Vision. Usman, Essence is a massive part as well. Look, whether that be in the from 2017, helping the Rohingya brothers and sisters, or whether that be for Palestine, whether that be here in the UK, everyone's played a massive part in helping 1Vision get to where it is today.
The question was, why did you choose to go to Rohingya?
Oh, why we chose to go? That's I forgot the question. Joe's so good behind the scenes. All right, why did we choose to go to Rohingya? We chose to go to Rohingya. Me, myself, Nasib, Asif, and Aroj. We sat down. We had a little meeting. We had a little discussion. Obviously, it was in everyone's attention. Media attention was there. So we thought, look, Aroj goes, look, he's going to speak to Al Imdad Foundation. It's better we go ourselves. So we thought, you know what? Let's try and raise. Our initial target, to be honest with you, was to only raise £5,000. The initial, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we ended up raising over £180,000 on the first distribution.
MashaAllah,
and our initial target was to raise 1,000. Our aim, to be honest with you, was to raise 1,000. But I think what played a massive part was the fact that it was in the media and everyone's minds, and so donations were coming. And those of you that know, I think that's when we started the collection, the booking collections on the streets of Bradford, and we had a little tour going. We gathered a bit of momentum, to be honest with you, and we got a little tour going where we started off in Bradford, and then we ended up in Leeds. I think we went to Blackburn, Luton, all over.
I think that was amazing, Brother Razaq. I just want to stop you there. I think that was amazing what you started off there. You know, the money that you were raising on the streets of Bradford, and then you were going to like Leeds, Birmingham, everywhere. I think that was really good. The way you did it as well, you had the microphone in your hand in the cold as well. MashaAllah, braving the cold for the...
Sorry, Usman. I'm jumping. People do actually think like, I'm a competent guy and I'm always thinking, but it's far from it. If anything, I think that's helped me when being on the streets and trying to appeal to the public. We thought let's approach it differently with a bit of background music, appealing to the public. Look, explaining to someone what you've seen out there, especially on the second distribution, because first what we witnessed on the first distribution, when we came back and then explaining to the people, alhamdulillah, I think second distribution event, we ended up raising £80,000. And we had no idea, or we didn't even think that we were going to raise anywhere near that amount, if I'm honest with you. Neither on the first distribution, neither on the second distribution. So it is what it is, alhamdulillah. The street collections, that plays a massive, massive part. It's not easy work. Being on the streets, whether that be in the rain, snow, we were out, yourself, Usman, every weekend, definitely. Zishan as well, your brother Masla, Zishi was a massive part of it as well, helping us, brother Hasi. There were so many, coming out on the weekend. All our weekends for a good solid, I would say 2 months, was just purely collections and going up and down the country.
MashaAllah, no, that was amazing. I remember, hats off to the team as well. MashaAllah, you got a young team behind you as well. That, nowadays youngsters, what they get up to, no good, and, just driving about, wasting time, doing other stuff. MashaAllah, the team that you've got are young lads that are dedicated, and they have a desire to help for the needy as well. MashaAllah, in the cold as well. I've seen it myself. Like you said, brother, there's quite a lot of them. I don't want to start mentioning them as well, just in case I miss them out as well. But MashaAllah, may Allah bless them as well. And I want to give a big shout out to Jawad as well, who's behind the scenes. It's always behind the scenes, but MashaAllah, the work that brother Jawad does as well is amazing as well. He's also got a beautiful sound system as well. One of my top favorites, exclusive sounds as well. MashaAllah, big shout out to brother Jawad as well. Razaq, we're just gonna go through a few comments on the live chat that we've got. There's a brother Riz Khan saying, "What's the dream?"
1Vision.
The dream is to help those in need. One team, one dream. That is the vision, to help those struggling, whether that be here in the UK or whether that be, internationally. Wherever we can help, wherever we think we can help, inshallah, team 1Vision will be there, no doubt.
MashaAllah. Brother Zuhaib Khan has said, yes, Kashif. It's Hashim from Luton.
Oh,
Any message for them?
Yeah, the Luton boys, they've give us a lot of support, the Luton boys, yeah.
MashaAllah. Brother Asif Shafiq 786 has said, MashaAllah, Assalam to all. 1Vision doing amazing work, no doubt. I agree with that. Zishi one is my younger brother as well, saying, Islam boys, MashaAllah, keep up the good work, MashaAllah. Exclusive sound, MashaAllah. He's behind the scenes and he's on the live chat as well, MashaAllah. Munib Akhtar saying, the fact that Brother Razaq said they're trying to make a difference shows how humble he is, MashaAllah. Hats up to you. I agree with him, MashaAllah.
No, I don't know what to say there. I'm frozen. I'm frozen there.
Brother Munib Akhtar, thank you for your kind words. Yeah.
Jazakallah for the kind words, Bob.
We never expect Razaq to be speechless, so you caught him off guard.
Yeah. That's true as well.
I told you before, look, this is not something that we pre-planned. I don't even know what the questions you were going to throw towards me to do this video. This is something, and especially this situation, it's probably good that we did it like this, where it's just from the heart. Say how it is, simple.
Yes, yeah, because obviously you don't.
Yeah, we don't. It's not going to be so staged. I'm going to be honest. This is not staged.
It's not staged. Yeah.
This is how it is. This is how I feel. So I'm just going to say how it is and openly, alhamdulillah.
This is why I wanted to ask you. Obviously, I didn't want to tell you the question beforehand because I know obviously whatever you've done, you're not going to lie. You've done it, mashallah. We've seen the good work that you've done as well. It's going to come from the heart, mashallah. We've got Brother Hamza Muhammad saying, Salam. I have a request for Brother Kashif. Can you please recite Bulal Pir?
When have you ever heard me recite a naam that you would request one?
MashaAllah. You never know, he might have heard you somewhere. Rukhsar Zahi saying, may Allah bless you all and your family with happiness and success in this life and the hereafter, and may Allah forgive your sins. Ameen. My du'as are with you. Keep up with the hard work, mashallah. Ameen. Thank you for your du'as, brother. Thank you to Rukhsar Zahir for the du'as and the kind words. We've got Asif Shafiq saying, can we request a duet from the brothers?
MashaAllah. And Usman, Attari, what a duet, MashaAllah. No. I'm not talking about that.
We're the host, you're our mehman. So I think they're done about you guys. I mean, come on. Obviously, to be honest with you, when I was going to do this show, I was going to put you on the spot and make you read it out. But then obviously I thought that's wrong. Obviously, if you're not ready for it, there's no point. I told Brother Kashif this as well. But obviously, the comments, we have to listen to the viewers that were tuned in. One share.
Yeah, but
honestly, I'm not lying. Honestly, about my actual throats are injured. I'm not going to lie to you.
I say Razaq and Usman should both read one together.
We got another request for somebody saying, Tahseen Ali from Halifax is saying, I have a request for Razaq to read up to bus ek hi don't hai. Well, Razaq, the more you're going to say no, the more people are going to want you to read. So best of it is that reading.
Inshallah, sometime soon. We'll do.
I think a few.
I don't want to put too much pressure. That's just just
Inshallah.
sugar.
And if anyone wants,
Inshallah.
I'm sure it's on YouTube anyway.
We will be releasing a charity single for Brother Razaq.
Wow. Is that exclusive exclusive news for my channel? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mashallah. We got another comments from Tahsin Ali saying, Mashallah, Kashif, you're looking dapper.
Am I?
Mashallah. And then we got Brother Harun Shakil. He's from Telford, who's also studying Al Hikam as well. He's saying cheesecakes now. Brother Sufi Singh Salam, boys, and he's saying send the cheesecake now to Telford, inshallah. Right, thank you for everybody that's commented so far. Inshallah, we'll carry on with the comments later on. I think we'll give you guys a break as well. I'll recite Naat until then, inshallah. I don't want to put you on the spot. I'll just recite one share, inshallah. Sallallahu alayka ya Rasulallah wa sallam alayka ya Habiballah. مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم هو الحبيب الذي ترجى شفاعته هو الحبيب الذي ترجى شفاعته لكل هول من الأهوال مقتهم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم يا ربي بالمصطفى بلغ مقاصدنا يا ربي بالمصطفى بلغ مقاصدنا واغفر لنا ما مضى يا واسع الكرم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. I'll get Brother Ehsan to carry on from here now, inshallah, for just a few questions, then I'll join in.
Yeah,
Ehsan, can you hear me? Yeah?
Yeah, you can hear me, yeah?
Perfect.
We're on cheesecakes. So obviously you guys have been doing your treats during Ramadan as well. Can you tell us a little bit about that project and what it's been about and what you've been doing? You've been going to different cities up and down, and people have been buying them.
Yes, well, so the Treats for Charity campaign actually we launched beginning of Ramadan. Initially started with just the cheesecakes like we did last year. It's similar to what every other charity does with the fudge cakes and chocolate cakes, etc. So we wanted to give something different to community. So we launched the Cheesecake Appeal project. I think beginning of first Ramadan we started it off. The initial idea was just to do it around West Yorkshire, but then obviously due to Snapchat and social media, I don't know, the advertising, the poster went viral kind of thing, mini viral. So we were getting a lot of requests from down south and Birmingham sides and all over to me. So we decided, look, we might as well turn this like we do the collections. We might as well give the people the opportunity to purchase them as well. So we went out to Birmingham, I think 2 weeks ago with a one load, and alhamdulillah, we sold out within an hour and a half. Then we decided to take it to Sheffield, alhamdulillah. So far it's going very well. It's basically an idea where, and Shamas, yeah, Brother Shamas Khan from Luton, who's also a master part of 1Vision, is covering his area in Luton as well. So it just, the idea was just simply to for the public anyway, for the people to get something and then in return as well give something to charity as well. So alhamdulillah, what we're doing is all the project items that we've got on the poster listed are costing us £5, and the profits from it, which is a fiver, is going to charity. So it's going to go towards the 1Vision projects. It's similar sort of stuff that we did with SM yourself, I think, with the charity single, the CD, the album. Last year. So it's similar to that, similar concept.
And all mashallah is very good. And then how many orders have you had roughly? Approximately, do you guys know? Or
so far, I don't want to give figures. We've done very well, especially on the back to school puddings. Alhamdulillah. Back to school puddings, simply desserts. Bradford. Danish is also here as well. Mashallah. I want to also give him a shout out as well. Is it Daniel? I get the name wrong. His name is Daniel. Sorry, simply desserts.
Danish is the younger brother.
Oh, Alhamdulillah. So it's double D, same thing. Alhamdulillah, they've been a massive part of this as well. I think so far, cheesecakes, chocolate strawberries, everything combined. I don't want to give a figure, and then because we are going to give a figure at the end of the whole month. I don't want to give a figure now, on on top of my head and make a mistake. We sold a big amount. We sold quite. Alhamdulillah, we're more than pleased with what we sold. Like I said, half of the profits, 100% of the profits will go to charity. So our aim was to raise whatever we can. Look, alhamdulillah, I think Imam Adil once mentioned this in a event as well. I've never really set as myself a target. I don't like setting myself a target because in any sort of project, whether that's to raise money or whatever, but it's unfortunate we're in a circumstance now, especially just giving, that you have to put a target on and people gradually raise it. But I don't like to put targets on that because alhamdulillah, in charity field, whatever you raise, whether that's £1, whether that's 1,000 or 1,000,000, whatever you raise, alhamdulillah, as long as it gets spent the right way, Allah Ta'ala will reward us for our efforts. So I don't like setting targets, because if you set yourself a target, like I think the mehfil that we did, we were going to set ourselves a target of 20 grand to reach. And then just say you don't reach it, then the volunteers and yourself, you feel a bit down, thinking, you know what, we never reached our goal, we never reached our target, which isn't the case, because even £1, raising £1 is a massive thing for me. So I'm not one guy that likes to have targets there, to be honest with you, but alhamdulillah.
Where did this back to school pudding come from? The idea?
Back to school pudding's idea. Actually, it was Danish, not Danish, sorry, Nad, the CEO of Simply Desserts, Rangos. I think he's seen our project with Alma Beans, the pizza project. We did a pizza project with Alma Beans. Massive shout out to them as well. He's Danish seen, not seen that, and he gave me a call. He says, look, I want to do something similar. We want to help out as well. Help the vulnerable elderly wherever we can. So we're ready to provide desserts on a weekly basis to those people that you're providing to. So from that, I think it just hit my head. I thought, let's. I seen the desserts. I thought, let's try and sell these, and whatever profit we make, we'll give it to the charity. Because back to school pudding, as well, it's what people love anyway, especially the cornflake tart, jam roly polies and what have you. So people love that kind of dessert. So we thought, let's try and use it to our benefit and see what we can do for the cause as well. Alhamdulillah.
Acha, and obviously this is throughout Ramadan. You started just before Ramadan as well. You started a different project for the lockdown. Just tell us a bit about that, about the coronavirus project that you started.
Well, the coronavirus project happened obviously when the country, I think it was when it went to lockdown, and obviously people were struggling to get out. Those, especially when in isolation, what have you, and a lot of people. So we decided, look, we need to have a project here in the UK as well. Because alhamdulillah, I think 1Vision has done a lot of work here in the UK. Because I feel personally as well that we're under this some kind of myth that people seem to think that there's no poverty here in the UK. For some reason, a lot of the Pakistanis, a lot of our own people, my own close mates say the same thing to me. Why UK, Raz? Why? Everyone's okay, everyone's getting benefits. But I actually feel that's wrong. That's a myth that we're under. We're under this illusion that here in the UK, there's no poverty, which isn't the case. Alhamdulillah, when the COVID-19 project started, the food parcels, we decided, look, there's going to be many people that are stuck, that can't get out, or the vulnerable, especially elderly people, especially in the Pakistani community. With pride and respect in mind, a lot of Pakistani people, even when they're struggling, they will not come forward asking for help. They will not come forward because they think, our name's going to get out our reputation on the line, X, Y, Z. So it's very difficult for Pakistani families to come forward and ask for the help. Well, alhamdulillah, we launched a poster. So we sat down with Imam Asim, Imam Adil, a few was 1Vision. We sat down, we said, look, we're going to set ourselves a target. We're going to try and help wherever we can. So we come up with the idea that the food parcels, we're going to distribute basic essentials, which was a very difficult task. I'm going to tell you as well. It was harder than me actually being at work. I know obviously the government stopped us from going to work and told us not to work, but this was a much harder task. I would be happy to go to my office at 10 a.m., open the shutters and sit there on the chair. Alhamdulillah, I loved it. This was a lot harder. This was meaning Jawad, obviously the volunteers, we had less volunteers as well because the lads couldn't get out. It was difficult for them, families, etc. With this coronavirus, it was difficult. There was only a few of us that were on hand at the beginning stage to get this done. I think at the beginning it was mainly me and Jawad that were on the run constant. We had to go out to the Kashif, buy the stock, run to the business sponsors, try to get the funds. We never appealed for any sort of donations from the public when this COVID-19 issue happened. Food parcels, alhamdulillah, I think till date, if Jawad will correct me if I'm wrong, we've given over 1,500 food parcels distributed, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. Over 1,500 basic food, which I think one parcel was costing us around 15 quid. That's your basic essentials, milk, bread, eggs, etc. So we decided we'll support the families that need it. We put a poster out, and I tell you, the second day, nobody will lie, my phone from the morning till night, it wouldn't stop ringing. That's how many calls we had. And as days went on, we were getting more calls from Asian families. More Asian families were coming forward asking for the help. Now, I get this question I get a lot, that why are you doing it in the UK? The people don't need the help in the UK. But I'm telling you now, once you're in the field, once you go out there and you try and help these people, you see what's out there, then you know definitely, there's no doubt. Look, don't see someone's big house from the outside. Outside, everything looks, mashallah, it looks rosy, cozy. You go to the supermarket, buy an apple, it's shiny. You cut it, might be black from inside. Same thing here. There's many instances where there's families who got the big houses, massive, mashallah, people are thinking they're doing well, but they are struggling to another level. Well, alhamdulillah, it takes a lot for Asian families to come forward and ask for the help, or even take that help on board. So alhamdulillah, right now, I think food parcels we done over 1,500. Then we launched the Attari meals. As soon as we did the hot meals as well. Yeah, actually we did the hot meals as well during the COVID-19 period, distributing desserts and pasta, etc. Biryani and everything, food hot meals. Pizza. So I think we did about over 4,000 hot meals, if I'm not mistaken. Till today, which is ongoing.
MashaAllah, that's a mashallah, a big number that is, mashallah. Who gave you the idea for the hot meals, and then there was the pasta, and then one day you had the pizzas? When did the ideas come from?
I tell you, I'm not joking about this. These ideas fall into my head or someone's head. Soon as you launch any project, I've said this many times, soon as you launch anything, things fall into place themselves. Like I said, Simply Desserts, they contacted us. Alhamdulillah, they seen what we did with Al-Mubins, with the pizza idea. They wanted to play a part. They rang us. Alhamdulillah, today they're a massive part of our whole projects. There's many others as well. I don't, mention names that I don't want to mention.
Obviously, the pizza Al-Mubins idea.
Yeah, Al-Mubins, Dilo's idea. The pizza, I think, that come about. That was his idea. Alhamdulillah. I think Al-Mubins one night, and then he mentioned it. Look, I want to do something, and this is what we should do. And that come about.
Everybody contributing in playing their part as well.
Yeah, and look, the COVID-19, the hot meals, the food parcels, we never asked the public for any sort of funding. We never launched a Just Giving page. Our whole idea from AIM was, from the day one, we said, look, we're not going to appeal to the public. Everyone's going to be struggling right now. This COVID-19 coronavirus has hit everyone. Whether it's someone that's self-employed or someone who's is employed, it has affected everyone. So we didn't really want to approach the public for any sort of funds. We thought, look, we'll use our own business contacts wherever we can. So we got into the phones, made a few phone calls. Alhamdulillah, business sponsors, there's too many to name. They all got on board and said, look, we'll support you guys, no worries. Seafresh, Adams, mashallah, I'm going to have to mention names now. Who have helped us massively, and I mean massively, by giving us a pallet of drinks, water, other essentials as well. So many items. I don't want to go too much into detail about who's helped us because I don't want to miss anyone out. Yeah, Regal Foods. This is what I'm saying. The list goes on. You say how do these things come about? Simple, when you do, when the intention is right, and when you set yourself a little goal, things fall into place themselves. Don't ask me how this happens. I'm going to be honest with you. They just happen itself. Alhamdulillah. Allah Ta'ala knows best. They happen itself.
MashaAllah. No doubt. Obviously, like they say, there's a hadith as well that obviously your you get rewarded for the niyat more than the action. So obviously your intentions, obviously you've got clean intentions, obviously to help the poor, not for obviously so people say wah and things like that. But obviously when you have that intention, then obviously these ideas come on, people help you and everything. Everything falls into place then. Razaq Saab, obviously you started these hot meals and all that. What's the current project that you're doing right now?
Our current project that we're running is a project that we started on the 1st of Ramadan. Alhamdulillah, now is what, the 20th, is it? The 20th, if I'm not mistaken. 20th Ramadan. Our project was to provide iftari meals to those that are struggling here in West Yorkshire. That's Bradford, Leeds, Batley, Keighley, all over West Yorkshire, providing iftari meals on a daily basis to those that are struggling. Alhamdulillah, so we decided to set our project on the 1st of Ramadan. We got into touch with our catering company. We said, look, this is what we're going to do. This is the idea. So because it's iftari Ramadan, alhamdulillah, everyone likes to have a bit of lavish food and you want something a bit extra. So we thought, look, we can't do the basic, just a meal. We need to do something a bit more special because it's Ramadan and stuff. So we had a deal with Aziz Catering. We sat down with them, touched the deal through. One meal was costing us £5. That's a 3-course meal, by the way. And then we had a meeting with Regal Foods. Alhamdulillah, they said, look, no problem, we're on board. We'll give you 2 pallets worth of drinks you can provide to those that are struggling. Our initial idea, to be honest with you, was to provide around 40 to 50 iftari meals a day. But as the days went on, I think the first Ramadan we started at 45, if I'm not mistaken, 45 meals. Second day, that number just raised on up to I think around 180 or something, close to the 200 mark. So our initial target was to distribute 45, 50 meals wherever we can. But that number risen to another level. And people also ask me this question: how do you know if someone's homeless or whatever, if they're in need of this meal or if they qualify for this? The simple answer to that, my answer would be to look. Whenever whoever's rang, we put a poster out there that we're going to help those who are struggling. So whoever's rang us, we ain't put any sort of criteria or you've got to match any criteria. We were in no position to do that. During this COVID-19 period, coronavirus period, it was difficult to do proper checks or go through any sort of system. So alhamdulillah, whoever's rang us, they've asked for our help. We've tried to help them. I made it clear to every single volunteer as well, we are not in no position to judge. And we are not going to judge anyone as well. Alhamdulillah, whoever's going to ring us for any sort of help, we're going to provide for them. Whatever we might see, I might see something else, but alhamdulillah, we're not going to. The rest, we leave up to Allah Ta'ala. Allah Ta'ala knows best. Simply, when someone rings me up, I always say to them, look, when they ask for, they ask me as well, how do we qualify for this? I said, look, if you are unable to provide for yourself financially, if you think you qualified, then you're qualified. Then you meet the criteria. But apart from that, there is no sort of criteria that we put forward. So alhamdulillah, I think up till now, till date, if Joe will correct me, there's about 2,000 iftari meals that we provided all around West Yorkshire. Around 2,000.
MashaAllah. That's brilliant. Obviously, we know that you're doing this work every day on a daily basis. Obviously, I think you've got some deliveries to do today as well.
Yeah,
I don't want to have you on for too long as well. That's what I'm saying. I had loads of questions to ask you.
Alhamdulillah, it's good. Yeah, we've got this little bit of opportunity. It gives us the chance to explain to the people. Look, this is what 1Vision is. This is just a little glimpse of it. To be honest with you, what we have to do on a daily basis. The volunteers. I can't thank these guys enough. I'm going to be honest, because for them giving money to any cause is easy. Alhamdulillah, Allah Ta'ala has blessed every single one of us to be able to do that. But giving time is something else. And giving time during the coronavirus period, I think is something else. If people were clapping for the NHS, I was actually clapping for my 1Vision volunteers. I'm going to be honest with you, without being funny about it. Because them guys did put themselves on the line. They did put themselves forward. It's not easy, I myself, I'm personally...
No, I agree. Yeah.
I got a lot of stick for this, from my family at home. I'm not one of them guys that sits at home anyway, but I got a lot of stick. I'm going to be honest with you, from my family saying, look, what, stay at home. Don't do this, don't do it. But I said, look, I have to do it. It's something that I have to do. I have to put myself forward. If I sit back down today, then it's unfortunate that we won't be able to do this. So we have to go out there and we have to do the work. And alhamdulillah, the volunteers have come themselves. I think during this coronavirus period, we had around 10 or 15 new lads that have teamed up and wanted to join the cause as well. So alhamdulillah, it's been a blessing all the way now.
MashaAllah, that's amazing. How long have we got left, Brother Razaq? How many time have we got? So obviously from there we'll take. If you want to finish now, we can finish now. If you want 5 minutes.
You can
got 5 minutes.
You can take 15 minutes, don't worry.
About 5 minutes.
as long as it's something good, we'll 10-15 minutes okay. We'll as long as you get through your questions, it's fine.
I don't know whether Jawad to come after me, yeah?
Yeah, think of it as we're going into extra time now.
I think
Okay, we'll just talk a bit about...
We have got a few deliveries to make, but this is also something important. It's not every day we get this opportunity
to get you guys on, because obviously I know the work. I know obviously what work you guys do, mashallah. And, you know, for the people that obviously that just see you guys, you know, giving these cakes about and stuff like that, they don't know obviously what goes on behind the scene, the hard work. So obviously I had to get you on, you know, so you tell them, you know, look, you know, how you do everything. Just going to talk about, you know, the past projects that you've done. How many charity events have you done? You know, like that could be the boxing events that you've done as well, and that could be like football, everything.
Oh, that's the tricky question.
And then we get the SM can carry on from here as well.
Yeah, with the boxing, you've done 2 boxing, I believe, and then the football matches, you've done 2 or 3 tournaments.
Football tournaments, I think we've done 3
under 1Vision.
Under 1Vision. That's the thing. In my mind, I've got, that's, you know, the list goes on, but under the banner of 1Vision, there's been 3 tournaments here.
Yeah, no, and then the boxing as well. You did that, but you didn't do it last year. You did it the year before and the year before that. So like 2 years consecutively.
Yeah, there's 2 boxing events in between. We've done car washes. You know, what else have there been? There's been obviously the Mehfil. We did the Mehfil as well. I can't remember. There's so good.
Would you lot, especially, well, people that don't know, is that you're always hands-on. So you're always hands-on, you're always going about with the Kashif as well. Like with the deliveries you guys have been doing, you've been driving around yourselves. And then just about having Seri, just about having Attari. For those following on Snapchat will know that and stuff. But it's hats off to you guys as well, putting all the effort in, especially during the time that we're in. But obviously it takes a lot of hard work and dedication, which not everyone is able to do. So it's definitely down to you guys in that sense. Is there anything else that you would want to do in the future in terms of charity work or any projects or any countries you would want to visit?
Look, poverty is something that is all over. But, you know, a lot of people also ask the question as well, you know, why not Pakistan? Why not your homeland? You're always running over to Rohingya, you're always going to Palestine and stuff like that. To be honest with you, I always feel when we started the Rohingya project, I don't think that, I don't think we've done enough. I still think we can do more in terms of the Rohingya project and the Palestine project. I don't think that we've done enough yet. And in terms of the people's eyes, alhamdulillah, financially, I think it's over 300,000, whatever it is. Yes, it's a big amount, it's a huge amount, but the numbers you're dealing with, over 1 million people, that's not a small amount. And I don't feel that we've done, can we do more? Yes, 100%. I think we can do more work. There's still a lot more work to do in Rohingya, now more than ever. I'm going to say, I've said it before and I keep stressing it, but I truly feel that, especially in Rohingya, we cannot make them the forgotten people. They definitely need our help, especially now because there's not many charities working on the ground. So inshallah, our aim next mission is to obviously go out in Eid time, at the big Eid, for Qurbani time. We're going to be flying out. Same team, inshallah, will be flying out to help those in Rohingya as well. And the goal, you asked about my goals, ambitions, targets. There's no targets, alhamdulillah. Target is wherever we're going to be needed, wherever that is, whether that's here in the UK or internationally. Inshallah, if Allah wills, we are going to put ourselves forward and we're going to try and do whatever we can. No doubt.
Yeah, no, definitely, especially with Bangladesh, Burma, and the Rohingya Muslims. As we know, obviously we've discussed this as well, that a lot of people don't know who the Rohingya Muslims are and what they're about, and it's something that they're not aware of within our communities as well. So for you guys, obviously putting that on a platform and sharing it is important, and you've given exposure, you've raised awareness, and I think that's an important thing as well, especially for people not being aware and the mainstream media not generally covering it as well. And you were following targets, and we all know that, because obviously I know that with the method that we did, you always said that, no, I don't want to set a target. And Imam Adil and Imam Asim were like, no, you have to set targets in order to get somewhere. And especially with everything else, so I can understand that from your perspective. And definitely, inshallah, see you do great things in the future, as well as I want to say as well that what you cleared up about the people giving them the Iftari meals and the supporting the people that are in need during the COVID-19 crisis. A lot of people have said comments as well, saying in the sense that how do they do it, and how do they find out the person's needing it? Are the people just versus just taking it for the sake of it. So I think that was important as well to clear up with you guys and sharing how you do it and the process behind it as well. So I think that definitely clears up a lot of things there.
Yeah.
In sense of the process behind it, I know Brother Javad's obviously been taking the calls and stuff like that, but is there a big team behind it that's involved, and how do people get in contact? Like, how do you store their information and things like that?
Well, obviously, in terms of this coronavirus situation, there's myself, there's Jawad. We've got 2 contact numbers out there on the posters. Many of you have seen that as well. The calls do come in daily basis, you know, a regular, especially when this lockdown situation happened. The number of calls we were getting was rising day by day. So, look, we didn't really want to appeal to anyone, the public, for any sort of funds. My initial idea was, I said to Imam Asim as well at the time, was, look, we can't go out to the public. Let's not appeal to them. Let's utilize our own business contacts, and we'll see what we can do, and we'll try and do something, a little project together. But that little project has turned into something massive again, because the number of calls we're getting, the amount of people asking for help, that is rising day to day. Even now, Attari meals we're providing on a daily basis around 120 mark. Even that is capped off, you know, because there's only so much we can provide in a day. There's only so much deliveries we can do in a day. Because obviously we're trying to cover all of West Yorkshire. That means we've got 4 delivery drivers, 4 drivers that are going out and distributing these Attari meals. So those that need it most get in time for Attari as well. So there's a big team behind this whole project as well. This COVID-19, it started off just with me, Jawad and Imam Asim, I think. And then initially it grew into something where now I think we've got, alhamdulillah, around 30 of them that are willing to help and are part of the whole project as well.
No, mashallah, that's really good. And obviously you guys are putting the effort in, and it's showing off and proving to be a success as well. And inshallah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you for your efforts and allow you to do even more in the future. Usman, have you got any more questions, or should we let them get off?
Yeah, no, I don't want to have these brothers on for too long. Obviously, they've got deliveries to do as well. I thank Brother Kashif for joining us as well, because obviously he was just sat there a lot of the time, and he was saying to me, I don't want to just sat there. But
he just needed someone to hold his hand, you see.
Just one question for Brother Kashif. One question for Brother Kashif. I think with the projects that you've done, were you part of the main people for the boxing event?
The boxing event, there was about 15 of us.
Look, obviously we see you're quite close to the boxing club that you work with as well. Tell us a bit more about them guys.
Yeah.
Cowboy.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I think no, definitely. I'm gonna answer for him. Alhamdulillah, no doubt. Kashif, with his import, obviously the boxing coach these days, alhamdulillah, he's doing his license and stuff as well.
MashaAllah.
He was a massive part, no doubt. So was Coach Inzi, so was Atif. Obviously, these lights out boxing academy. They import, they fighters, alhamdulillah. And for us, the whole idea about the project was to showcase the fighters, give them a bit of promotion. You know, you go on about that. I like to promote Nathwans. It's not just Nathwans. Like I said before, wherever we can promote someone on the youth level, we'll do it. Whether that be Nathwani, sport field, or wherever, we will try to our best. So, alhamdulillah, the idea was to promote the youngsters, give them a platform, give them a little platform to perform on, and then obviously the initiative came about the charity as well. Whatever funds we raise, alhamdulillah, will go to the cause.
MashaAllah. Brothers, obviously I'll let you go from here. Thank you very much for joining me on the show.
Thank you very much. There's not many people that I was on the show.
I could have asked so many more questions, but obviously not that much time.
For me, I don't know, especially once I get in the zone.
That's the thing as well. I think the reason why I couldn't get through most of the questions because Brother Razaq, mashallah, you start.
For not letting you get a word in edgeways, but I think it's something that needed to be put out there.
I think we covered most of the topics that I wanted to ask you anyway. Jazakallah for Brother Kashif as well for joining us, and behind the scenes, Brother Jawad, Joe, and whoever else is there with you as well. Jazakallah, Jawad, for always being, what's that word? I always say, jack of all trades.
Oh, yeah.
And once again, thank you to Brother Razaq Hussain, the director and founder of 1Vision charity as well.
Spokesperson.
No, I'm a servant, a volunteer on 1Vision. I don't classify
I
myself.
was going to ask you about your personal life, as in like, you know, the team that you support in football and everything. But I don't want to go too much into that because we've got no time.
We definitely got no time for that. You know
We
that.
definitely got no time for that.
We
And
want
also, Brother...
Usman, that we never. There's no end to it. You know that yourself. So let's not go there.
I know. No, I can't, but obviously I've got plenty of time. I'm waiting for Attari now. You know, obviously, you guys got a lot of
I think we'll
deliveries
have
to do as well. And also, I'd like to thank
we'll have to
Brother
do it
Ehsan
once
as well.
coronavirus is finished, and then obviously we'll get together inshallah, and we'll have to do it then.
I'm hoping to see you on Saturday for what I've been told.
We shall see. Let's talk about that off.
That's talk about private. Ehsan, Brother Ehsan Kushter as well. Jazakallah for you joining in as well and being a host as well. And may Allah reward all your efforts, Team 1Vision as well. And inshallah, we'll see more projects from you guys soon as well. And I'll just see Salat Islam and then we'll just finish the show off from there. Jazakallah again. And thank you everybody that's joined in as well and commented on the live as well. يا نبي سلام عليك يا رسول سلام عليك يا حبيب سلام عليك صلوات الله عليك मुझे दर पे फिर बुलाना मदनी मदीने वाले माए इश्क भी पिलाना मदनी मदीने वाले या नबी सलाम अलैका या रसूल सलाम अलैका या हबीब सलाम अलैका صلوات الله عليك
مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم